Madam Justice Paula Gilford handed down the sentence of 8 years, 7 months, 1 week and 3 days to Devon Paris, a 39-year-old Golf Course St. George resident. Paris pleaded guilty to the offence of maiming in March, approximately 3 years after the early morning incident on January 4, 2020, that left another villager nursing a severed lower left hand. The now convicted man told police that he used a cutlass to chop the victim after being stabbed by him in the back with a knife. According to the facts read out in court, the victim stabbed the now convicted man after he slapped him on the left side of his face. The two were good friends but had a confrontation over $20 the victim reportedly owed to the now convicted man. The matter was prosecuted by Crown Counsel Kristen Greenidge from the Office of the Director of Public Prosecution, and Paris was represented in court by attorney Jerry Edwin. The defense attorney expressed the view that we are seeing an increase in violent crimes simply because young men want to take matters into their own hands.
Today, the judge sent a signal, another signal, that the court will treat seriously with those persons. In spite of claims of provocation, the court will sentence you to a long-term tenancy at Richmond Hill Prison for committing acts of violence. Whether you claim you retaliate, whether you claim you were provoked, the fact is, the law says if you have time to retreat, please, young men, step away, contact the police. Because if you do react, Devon Paris is an example of how the court will handle these matters.
Paris faced a maximum penalty of 20 years for the offence of maiming. His attorney requested a non-custodial sentence. However, noting the seriousness of the offence, the court took a decision to impose a custodial sentence with conditions. In handing down the sentence, the court noted that the victim, who was 22 years old at the time of the violent altercation, is now unable to obtain employment in his field of electrical installation. As part of the sentence, Paris was also ordered to pay compensation in the sum of $4,000 to the virtual complainant within 1 year of the order, or serve an additional default sentence of 6 months.
The court has required Mr. Paris to pay $4,000 in compensation after the year and after 1 year, and to engage in rehabilitation for anger management. Quite appropriate in the circumstances.
Attorney Edwin issued the following reminder to the nation's populace amidst an increase in violent crimes in recent weeks.
The police, we must inform our young men and our community, are empowered to resolve issues of conflict so that violence does not become the final result. And
for GBN News, I'm Nisha Paul.